Hello and welcome, my Bunsen burning poo gunners. How you doing? We're gonna start off on the North Pole. This is impossible. No, it's not impossible. It's impoppable. On mastery mode, we're gonna have to fight through the dust, fight through the snow, and own every single one of these balloons. We're gonna make them know who is the boss. We're gonna use our little whips and just whoosh, attack them. I just realized I can make a really good whip noise. I'm fantastic, man. So anyways, we've got our engineer over here. Check him out. He's actually really sexy, by the way. Ridiculous, man. A 0-0 engineer, and we get a really nice farm over here. One of the cheapest way to get a really fast farm. That's the way to go, man. Get all these farms flowing everywhere. And believe it or not, we're going to try and go for a 1-0 farm before we even go for our engineer upgraded. And check it out! Sexiness galore, man. We can even take down round 8, but round 9, that's a little bit of a tricky one. Sometimes you can manage it, sometimes you can't. I played the North Pole a bunch of times, by the way. And I decided that most of the time you probably need road spikes, but if you get really lucky, sometimes you don't need to. If you like randomly pop all the yellows, you can get a little bit lucky over there. But anyways, what you want to do is first things first, get the 1-0 engineer. Well, that's not first things first, I guess, but first good upgrade you want to get is a 1-0 engineer, and then once you get that guy, oh my god, it's amazing, guys. Trust me on this. You are going to be owning these guys in the early game, and that means lots of farms. That means hopefully a pretty reasonable mid-game, and then a pretty crazy, easy hard game. But I'm going to be doing a very, very fancy and sort of advanced strategy that probably nobody has ever seen. And I kind of just invented it a little while ago, and I've been testing it out a little bit, and I wanted to showcase it for you guys on the North Pole because I feel like it's a very effective level to use this strategy on. Now, this is not going to be a really fancy strategy or even a good strategy for regular games, but for mastery, I think we have to keep it in mind for some of these harder maps, like maybe make it a possibility. What we're going to be doing is using a 4-2 engineer. Why would you use, or even a 4, not a 4, even a 4-0, get a 4-0? Why would you even get a 4-0 engineer, Chris? That seems like kind of a silly thing. And also, why putting an engineer kind of all the way down in the bottom there? It's kind of a stupid spot, right? No, 4-0s. You got to put them in smart spots. You got to be able to put it in a place where the balloons will get slurped right into its little trap. So we're going to put them in the bottom left corner down here, and we don't want to make sure any of the traps go anywhere but right at the very beginning of the game. And now that's a little bit tricky, because you might be thinking, like, what about the Moabs and everything? Well, we're going to have a little bit of a trick up our sleeve. You know, we're taking a bunny rabbit out of the hat, even fancier, man. We're taking some balloon traps, or even taking a bunny out of our balloon trap. Something crazy like that, man. Alright, so here it is. We're just about there, guys. We're going to start saving up our money. We got a delicious amount of farms, by the way, using our 2 engineers over here to survive all these hard rounds. Ooh, yeah, and we got cleansing foam. Whoa, man, that's crazy. Well, the cleansing foam you need for round 33, unless you want to spam a lot of road spikes. And then as soon as you can, man, this is the really, really tricky part. Round 35, you need to get that 4th here guy. And get ready. Check this out. You want to keep clicking the balloon trap. Just balloon trap, click that thing really, really fast. And what you can do is just slurp up all of the money. And basically, as soon as you click off that balloon trap, guess what? Another one forms. So it's a really, really fancy strategy where you have to be, you have to have really good micro skills. Because basically, what you have to do is absorb all your bananas, while also clicking that balloon trap pretty much as you possibly can, or at least as soon as you see a lot of balloons going in it, getting ready to click that thing like crazy. And like I said, you can beat. Look at how many balloons we're killing with just one of these balloon trap guys. Oh, you can beat almost infinite balloons if you get kind of lucky with a balloon trap. It seems like the balloon trap is actually kind of fancy, and what he'll do is if the balloons are like nowhere to be seen, just in the very, very front, he'll put it more towards the front, and then if the balloons are starting to escape, he'll put it more towards the back of his range, which is actually kind of awesome. But also you have to be a little bit careful here, because you know what, if balloons start to leak like they are right now, you have to spam the road spikes or get a spike factor or have something else in the back that's going to pop all the rest of the balloons. So here we go, guys. This is where it gets intense. We're getting all this extra money out of these guys, but round 40 is still a difficult round. We got a balloon chipper. What? Yeah, dude, we got a balloon chipper. What does the balloon chipper do? Insta-pop those mobs right at the beginning. Who cares about these ceramics anymore, man? Slurp them up right into our balloon trap, and we get extra money out of it. As long as you're clicking that balloon trap, you can get a lot of ceramics, too. But then I kind of freaked out a little bit, and then once you get to round 43, your strategy starts to fall apart. And this is the biggest issue with the engineers. I could make a decision. Do I want to keep on going with these engineers, even though I know they're not going to be the best tower for late game, and I have to micro even more, because now I'm going to be pressing all these balloon traps all over the place, everywhere on the map, while still trying to do other things and absorb all my nanners, because I have 3rd tier banana farms right now. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy to do that. So instead, I decided to say, screw it, get rid of all of our engineers at this point. They already gave us the extra money that we wanted, and we decided to go for a helicopter. So how viable is this strategy, though? It's something that I do have to mention. Is it a good way to actually go about killing a lot of these balloons, or even playing a lot of these maps. It's a possibility. The reason why it's so awesome is because it pops almost all of the balloons while still giving us a lot of money, and actually extra money on top of that, because it's not really affected by the lack of the amount of money that we're getting from the balloons not giving us as much money as they normally would. So, like, a ceramic, like, normally that'd be a rainbow, and now we're getting ceramics going into that balloon trap, which gives us more money. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not really explaining it that well. But, basically on Master Mode you get less money. Engineers basically nullify the lack of less money. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of awesome. But, at the same time, it's really hard to do, as you can tell. With all that micro action, we have to be really, really good. And then once you get to around like 40 and 43, that's where it gets really, really crazy. And maybe we should sell the engineers at that point and just go for some other sort of strategy. Like, they got us the money by that point. We're still getting a lot of our money back from selling things. So definitely worth it, man. But the issue is keeping our farms going the entire time is kind of difficult as well, because you're pressing the balloon trap and you're upgrading farms, and it just gets kind of crazy. So anyways, this is pretty much the end of my strategy. Also, very fancy. We got an Arctic Wind. I don't normally go for Arctic Winds, but I was a little bit afraid about the balloon popping power with a lack of a Spectre for a little while. So I decided to just get an Arctic Wind with my helicopter, and it actually worked out surprisingly well. Like, I didn't need a Spectre. There's other cheaper ways to go about getting balloon popping power that a lot of people don't realize. And when you're an Impoppable Mastery Mode master, you have to know these things, guys. If you're going to be playing all these guys, oh man, it's going to get fancy for sure. So we went delicious amount of farms, and that means a delicious amount of money. Oh yeah! So we decided to go for a bunch of Robo-Monkeys, but I was just trying to be a little bit weird here, and I was trying to go for only Robo-Monkeys or only Laser Robos. And there's really no reason behind that, besides it looked kind of cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to look kind of cool over here. Also, quick note, the Zoma Gods on round 85 are not stronger than the other Zoma Gods. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty darn sure about that. But anyways, that's all I'm going to have you guys today. As always, thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.